We are constantly hearing an awful lot of new information about COVID-19 and what it could mean for us and our families as well.
We're once again checking in with our Dr. Zorba Paster to explain some of the latest news, and we're going to take your questions later on. We'll let you know when to call in. Hello, Zorba. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Good. So what's the latest? What do we know about the spread of the virus in Wisconsin?
Well, I think the first thing to realize is the curve is going up. I think our social distancing, in fact, I know our social distancing has really made a difference. The biggest change is, according to the CDC, we should wear masks when we're going outside, if we're shopping at the grocery store or going outside at all. And the CDC is really doing this for a couple of reasons. First of all, the issue is that if you have COVID and you are asymptomatic, it'll keep you from spreading COVID. That really is the number one reason why the CDC changed its mind. And whether or not you'll receive COVID, one of the issues is when you wear a mask, you're less likely to touch your eyes, touch your nose, touch your face, because you've got the mask on there. And I think it really trains you not to touch those areas, because that's really where you spread COVID. Again, COVID is spread by droplets. It's usually spread by your fingers and your hands. And once again, there's some good news. Now, there is good news in New York. It looks like the plateau is beginning to flatten. We really will not know for a few days. And frankly, we're not going to know in Wisconsin probably for another 2 weeks exactly how serious this pandemic is in our state.
Well, we hear about the N95 masks being, we want to save those for our healthcare workers. What about just what people can use for a mask? The order last week in the CDC was that it's okay to go ahead and wear that, or it's recommended, right?
Absolutely. And cloth masks are really just very, very good. In fact, I had a cousin of mine in California who showed me how she made some very easily. Go to the net, Google cloth masks. If you're handy at all, you can make one at home. Or actually just going and getting an old-fashioned bandana like you might have worn when you were a child and sort of becoming a cowboy. One of those red bandanas that go across here on your mouth. Once again, will decrease the secretions that will come out of your face, out of your mouth, and out of your nose. Cloth, in this case, is just as good. The N95s are really to be reserved for people who really need them.
And if you don't have it and putting the mask on, that's not going to prevent you from getting it, right?
Right, exactly. The mask is really a precaution, once again, to keep things from spreading and to remind you about your hands. The other thing is, make sure you have hand sanitizer with you. I just learned from a friend of mine, it's very easy to make your own. You get Everclear, which is 100% grain alcohol, which, believe it or not, is still available in Wisconsin liquor stores, and mix that with equal parts of cheap vodka, and that will actually get you up to the 70%, which is what the FDA recommends for a hand sanitizer. Keep it with you at all times. Keep on doing it with your hands, and once again, that's the key issue in keeping the spread in check for you.
You're not going to get drunk from that. Your skin doesn't absorb the alcohol.
Dr. Zorba's liquor cabinet is empty at his house, but his hands are really clean.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we're gonna take your questions for Dr. Zorba Paster. The number to call, 270-9933. 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this. Stay tuned.